Hi guys, how you going? In this video tutorial we're going to be looking at creating a website design in Illustrator. So I thought I'd just go through what I do to develop a website in Illustrator and the design principles that I apply. Okay, so let's scoot over to the browser, because the first thing that we want to check out is some different places to get inspiration for our website design. So maybe you want to pull out your visual diary or a sketchbook and start sketching up some different design ideas. Alternatively, you could go here to a website like this and start to take some screenshots of different websites. So you can go in, have a look. You can choose different categories. So I just clicked on the clean category then. Alright, and we can go in and have a look at their website. Internet's taking a minute today, so maybe there's another website that you're interested in while that one's loading up. Okay, so you can have a look here. So we've got our navigation bar across the top. Okay. So if we're wanting to draw this in Illustrator, then basically we've just got a solid background color there, just a little small rectangle, another small rectangle, a text block, a bit of a logo design, once again a large font, smaller rectangle. So this design isn't very complicated. Got a bit of a drop shadow on some of the artwork that have been imported in here. Okay, so go off, have another look at this one. Okay, we've got a texture. It's blocked in there. Once again, one big large rectangle for the background, and then they've got the same texture down on the bottom. Okay, there's a few buttons here. So we'll just look to design the upstate, and then we can look at designing the overstate once we've created a design that we're happy with. Okay, having a look at that, so we've got some tabs along here, and once again some buttons, a bit of a logo. Alright, so you might want to sketch up something or go off to a few different design websites. So thebestdesigns.com is one that I use. Webcream, CREME.com is another one. Best Web Gallery, you could check out this one as well. I don't go here as much, but they're also good. There's some grunge websites here, so if you've got a grunge sort of idea, you can do a bit of a search in Google as well. Okay, so we've got an idea of what we'd like to create. So I'm going to make a new document. I'm just going to leave it at any size to start with, and I'm going to import. So go File, Place, a sketch that I sketched up already. Alright, I've got a scan that I've scanned in here, so I'm just going to bring this into Illustrator. So this is a scan that I just drew up something in a visual diary and then scanned it in. So you can see things are a bit off whack, not perfectly sketched out, but it's enough for me to work off. Another thing that I've got for you, so I'll put this up on the DLS for you guys. So I'll definitely want to bring that in. And what I like to do is use my layers. So I'm going to go over to my layers palette, which is over here, and I like to lock that layer, so now I can't actually draw anything on the layer that's got my sketch. Make a new layer, and this is where I'll pop in the logo, and I'll start to draw in there. So to stick with the RMIT theme and get some colors, I'm just clicking on the red there. Yep. And I'm going to go over to this color swatch, and we can have a look at these color guides that are here and start to make some swatches. So definitely I'd like some shades to be brought into this project, so I'm going to click the add to save this group. Add file group, click that, and then we'll see over here in our swatches library that library is now being added, and we can do that. Let's see, might grab that one as well. Okay, so what we've got here are all different color harmonies or color rules, and you can have a look at those and import different color libraries. Alternatively, you can also go in here and there's heaps of different color libraries that have been made for you, so you can have a look at those. Another place that you may want to check out is Color Lover, color patterns. So if there's something that you're interested in or a type of color, you can do a search for that particular color, and you can basically then copy the color code. So if I go into this one very quickly, scroll down, we can click on it and get a bigger view. Just click away, and it'll also give us the color values. So you can just grab the hexadecimal or the RGB. Hexadecimal is probably easiest. Just grab that hex, come back over to Illustrator, double click on your swatches, paste it in here, click OK, and then you can grab that swatch and pull it over to your swatches library. Bring in 2 or 3, select them all, and you can make them into a nice group. Okay, so that's another way of getting your color swatches in. Alright, so let's look at drawing up a bit of a design here, now that we've got a couple colours. I've got this idea that I'm going to have an RMIT red sort of stripe across the top, and then I think I'll go white and play around with these different background colours here. I might have a bit of a gradient in there and maybe a white section through this. So I'm going to start to draw up my blocks. So I'm just grabbing the rectangle tool, going up here and starting to draw. Go over to my black arrow, click on that, and I can, from the drop down menu, because I've already brought in the RMIT red and I know it's this one, I can click on that Pantone color. Whoops, I've gone in too far. Drag down that rectangle. I'm just holding down the Alt key. Whoops. Holding down the Alt key. And so I drag down the rectangle tool, and I can click and start to draw out a bit larger block. I'm zooming in a bit now. Copy that section, drag it down as well. Okay, I'm going to start to play around with these colors a bit. I think I'd like this one to be white. And I'll try this. Go over to my color library, my swatches, and grab one of these color harmonies. Okay. Drag down another block. And that'll be for most of the design. Turn that off, turn it on. I'm going to quickly make another layer, and I want to draw my, got this idea of the RMIT logo will be in there, and then I'll create a sort of a white background with a red stroke around it. Oops. So turn it to white, add a stroke, grab the RMIT red here, and see what 4, 5 pixels looks like. Oops. It's supposed to be white.